Oh, whoa, whoa, you're here. Taking a little, man, I'm just waking up. Can't even talk right. Taking a little nap here at the Nerd Cave at the Save Toys YouTube channel. I'm your host, Travis, and today I'm dreaming about our review, the Mondo Faker He-Man. As you know, I love Mondo. So let's get started with this episode by you subscribing to the channel, sharing us, and taking a look at us at Facebook. This is Save Toys. Just like Santa Claus on December 25th, another episode of Save Toys come and gone. We're in the review booth to take a look at Faker He-Man. Now, very quickly, we reviewed the Mondo He-Man and the Mondo Skeletor. I also have the Hot Topic exclusive Skeletor, well worth the purchase if you can find it on the secondary market. I believe Hot Topic's been out since November of last year, but great action figure. And it's no secret, Save Toys loves Mondo Motu. So very quickly, Faker He-Man, the box. All right, great picture of Snake Mountain, great artwork on the sides and the back. Now, this is just a slip cover. So 1, 2, 3, let's see if we can get this off. Nice and tight, and you want it that way. That way this thing doesn't stretch or become loose. You can drop the figure if it did. So set that out of the way. Love the fact that it's tight. Let's get that a little closer. Great artwork. The Previews Exclusive emblem. Not really much to the side, but the back. Digging that artwork right there, the color image. All right, and we're going to open it up. Magnetic sides. Great emblem and the figure itself. With that, let's open the box. Well, out of the package, Mondo Faker He-Man, and we're going to talk about this amazing paint job. Now you can see on the arms the lighter blue and the darker blue, and that's the way it is on the whole body, just perfectly a mixture between Carolina blue and almost Duke blue. Hey, Duke shirt. Shout out to all my Carolina and Duke fans in North Carolina. Want to tell you guys that only Mondo Faker He-Man could bring you both together just like this. Now, head sculpt. A lot of people are iffy on the head sculpt, and I don't really like the head sculpt. It's close enough that you can see some He-Man and Faker in it, but far enough removed that it's not my favorite head in this packaging. We'll talk more about that with the accessories. But one thing I did want to say very quickly about the paint, I did have some scuffing right there. I don't know if you can see that or not, but just a little scuffing, but I'm not going to nitpick when the rest of it is so wonderful. Now, it's got the same articulation as He-Man and Skeletor, so you might want to take a look at some of those episodes on Save Toys. But I want to talk about the piece up here, this man's ear, I guess you could say. It's got the red gemstone, the crossbones, but this beautiful rust color that really took the rust color, or the orangey color from the original figure vintage line, and really brought it to life and made it very realistic. It's got all these rivets, almost the Horde symbol right there. And also he's got like the robotic chest plate under his man's ear, if you will. That's really cool. The bracers with the purple. And it almost looks like real leather. Just amazing on the wrap there. Now, one of the things that I like about the Mondo interpretation of He-Man is this loincloth. We've got the trunks under here. Let's see if we can pull up purple and black. But I think having the loincloth also really makes a more realistic barbarian look, but it just looks better on the figure. And it feels kind of like leather, has a little stitching here on the side. This, yeah, it's actually, I think, real stitching right there. It's amazing. Fur on the boots, purple and black. Just a beauty to behold. I'm so excited about this adding to my, not just my Motu collection, my figure collection in general, but also just to have it as like a prize piece for me. So very excited. So let's take a look at those accessories. And all the accessories are on the table except my Previews Exclusive Faker He-Man head with the metal skull being exposed. Now, I'm not really upset about that because I really didn't like that sculpt, but I did pay for it, so I may be contacting my online retailer and seeing what I can do. Now, speaking of heads, we're going to talk about this guy. Very debatable. Some people like it, some people don't. I do. Same for my He-Man. We were talking about the He-Man face that came on the figure earlier, and really and truly, like I said, teeter-totters back and forth between He-Man, not He-Man, but this centralizes the piece. It's the vintage Motu action figure version, and it really brings it all together for me. You may hate that. Let me know in the comments. Keep it nice. We move on to the hands. Not much to show here. Kind of the same as before. This is your weapon holding hand for your gun. And then you get a set to hold your sword. Very soft fingers. Really good paint job. Ball joint. So really well done. You can actually see some of the veins on top of the hands. So a lot of attention to detail. The gun is fabulous. Looks way better than the one that came with He-Man with this two-tone rust. Now, I know this is for Faker. That one was for He-Man. But still, I just love the way this looks. Now, it is a little curved right there. It's not exactly straight. It's kind of a little bit of a flaw, but again, minor. The power sword. Oh, yes. Beautiful. And you can't see this on camera, but there's two pieces of felt, it looks like, inside here to kind of hold the sword as it slides in. It has that beautiful sword sound when it pops out. Look at that. But also just really keeps the sword from being scratched plastic to plastic. Same gripe about the hilt of the sword. It's not Panther, whereas He-Man was Battle Cat, Skeletor, and Faker should have had Panther or some sort of cat down here instead of a snake. The battle axe, which is amazing. The further and further I go with my love of He-Man, the more I realize the battle axe was central to the Alcala artwork, and which is my favorite era of He-Man, if you will. The shield, it's a great shield, beautiful. Major flaw with my He-Man, you have to push the arm through here, put the handle in He-Man's hand, and then clip it down here. Same with the Faker. Very hard to get in these holes. It kind of bends and wants to warp. So there it goes right there. Actually, it's going to try to prove me wrong on camera, but even then, holding the hand, it kind of pops out of that angle. Your best bet with this is to display it at the base of the figure as kind of like just an extra accessory down below. I do like it when you can get it into his hand to hold, but it's a pretty good display piece. Now, base. Kind of plain, left it in the package, but I wanted to camp at the top part of the stand. Now, it's adjustable, so you can see that, and you're going to want to use this, but there's a proper way to use this. I didn't realize it in my first video. I tried to sit Skeletor like this, and this, of course, this is Faker. It goes up under the loincloth, and I tried to do it with the two nodules in the back, and my Skeletor kept falling over. You put the nodules toward the front, like so, slide it up into the action figure, adjust it to the base, and they're really great to have. They do kind of stand up on their own, but this is a nice figure. You don't want it falling over, so make use of your stand. And that's all for our Faker He-Man, so we're going to go over to the review booth and conclude this episode. Love living here at Save Toys Land. I hope you are too, where collectors and reviewers unite in this beautiful, beautiful, should we call it Eternia, considering this episode, universe, whatever you want to call it. Thank you for joining me again here. Like, subscribe, check us out at savetoys.com and on Facebook. And until next week, if you like it, collect it.
Say it.